Hi and welcome to the Map Bunker. My name's M.
I'm A.
I'm C. And today we're talking about Log Horizon.
About this week's episodes of Sword Art Online.
Ooh.
Or Sword Art Online 2, if you want.
Yeah. Well, 3 technically.
Yeah, it is free.
It's technically.
It's technically 3.
But they don't say it's a season, but it's a season. Yeah. When you go from being a badass guy with a sword to being a fairy, that's a season.
Yeah, that's a season cut off, right?
Badass too.
I don't have no problem with fairies. If you want to be a fairy, be a fairy.
Actually, it's pixies, I think.
Pixies?
I don't know.
There's
no difference, really.
Okay. But as everyone knows by now, the focal point of Sword Art Online 2 is Gun Gale Online, or GGO. GGO.
Why would you go back? First time you mess up, second time you mess up. I would never. If I heard the Sword Art Online happened, like that crap happened, I would never touch one again.
You would never touch those games again.
No,
You'd
it's
just
like,
I'm not putting that defective piece of
Technology.
on my face.
on my actual physical face ever again. Just
To be honest, I would buy one myself, and I would have gone into these.
Because you're a freak.
No, it's because I think it's awesome. The idea of being in a video game and being trapped. Hell yeah.
You die on the outside though, slowly.
Okay.
Your body slowly deteriorates, isn't it? So.
Yeah. Maybe.
Because remember when they all came out, they were all like.
just like we haven't.
They literally looked like you.
Yeah.
They were skeletons.
Literally.
They go into a game looking like me and come out looking like you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is the in between.
Well, yeah. It's all about finding out who Death Gun is. We don't know yet.
Yeah, it's actually moved into 2. It's moved into like kind of main story now, because before it was just kind of Death Gun approaching Kirito and going, "Are you him?
Yeah.
Are you him? Or are you just using his name? Either way, I'm going to kill you."
As far as we know,
And it's just like,
as far as we know, he was one of the members of Laughing Coffee, which was from back in Sword Art Online.
yes, who were basically a group of murderers.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's all we know of him so far.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all we ever know.
The tournament thing is going really well.
Yeah. The main tournament's just started. The Bullet of Bullets.
Well, it's not actually started. It's on the second half of it.
I don't know how I
It's
feel about it with guns though. I like the first one because they have to learn skills and they have to learn how to use their weapons.
But the thing
This
is,
is the same as okay, if you ever meet me on in a first-person shooter, just shoot me in the face because I ain't gonna play. I'll literally just stand there going, because I hate first-person shooter games in general. They're just horrible. And then they go make an anime about one.
the thing
So,
is,
I've got to say the new season isn't really doing as much for me as the last 2 did. I enjoyed the fairies because they flew.
with Kirito though, he's still using a sword. He's the only person who's still using a sword.
He's actually
How
still
badass
using the sword in a gun game.
Yeah.
And people are just like, "Oh, what's he doing using something that is clearly a lightsaber?"
He's able to say quite
George Lucas gonna sue somebody.
No, I can't. Disney's gonna.
Okay, so Disney's gonna sue someone.
It's like what's he called now? He went against a sniper and he won. Of course he did.
It's the main character.
Yeah, the main characters win fights.
How is that possible? The sniper's like millions of miles away, and somehow you managed to kill him.
I don't know.
Well, he didn't kill him. He just made him quit.
Fling back and pew.
Spoiler warning, because I do want to mention like the latest episode and what happened at the end of the latest episode. If you haven't seen it, spoilers. Or if you haven't seen it, because it was Death Gun approaching the guy because you had the battle on the bridge.
Yes.
And then the guy's just like, and then the guy's just like, and then the first guy dies.
Yeah.
And then like the guy that is clearly the ninja from Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
I think it kind of looks like him.
That's right.
He does a bit, doesn't he? Just like he
Yeah.
Deep throat might mean different things to different people. But there was like the
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. I have the voice to prove it. But there's a whole thing.
18 rating on this episode by the look of it.
Yeah. It mentioned that Death Gun pops up at the end and is about to kill this guy, and Kirito notices because he hooks up with Sinon at the end, and they're just like, "You know what? Don't shoot me because I'm going to run off and I'll be fine." But I want to see how this battle plays out.
Yeah.
Death Gun turns up, and Kirito just goes, "Oh, shoot him quick before he you know,
Shoot him in the face!
shoot him in the face before he shoots him." And we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know whether Sinon's going to take the shot. She won't.
Yeah.
I think the guy's dead because
won't.
she won't, because that'll kill the main villain.
Yeah, and that'll be pointless.
And that'll leave the arc nowhere to go.
Oh, she will shoot him, and he'll just go ding.
Oh,
'Cause
that'd be
it-
quite
'cause it
cool if
can
it
just
just like
take-
bounces off his mask.
I just does God
That-
mode or something. Just
that'd
God
be-
mode, like it turns out like he's using God mode. That's why you can't die. Like in the original, do you know when he went to slay him and it turned out that he was using cheats.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Could be cheating.
One thing we haven't
Hacker.
spoke about yet as well. Akuma, no, what's it called again? Akami, no.
Akami got killed.
Yeah, Akami Girl.
It's getting an entire episode.
No, but this new episode of it though, it was amazing. Have you
Nah.
seen it yet?
No.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No.
Oh, the spoilers we can bring out.
I'm a few episodes.
We're slapping that one right on the floor. We ain't talking about that one. I'm sorry, but we are now moving on.
We are the reason why we had to mention Sword Art Online in an episode about Log Horizon is because Log Horizon is obviously people trapped in the game again. It's kind of like a more PG version. Because there's the whole if you die you respawn but lose a memory as opposed to if you die in the game you die in real life. Spoilers.
Memory passed on to later.
Yeah, well, yeah. To be fair, the whole fact that you lose a memory, they don't actually find out till a lot later on in the series.
Episode 20, wasn't it?
Yeah, so something quite thinking like we didn't even see that coming.
No.
But if you look back and if you watch it from the beginning till then, you'll notice that people actually do say, "No, I don't remember that happening." But okay, it's one of those things. Some people do start to say, "Oh, I don't really remember my childhood and stuff like that." It's all because of this, and we find out that none of them remember anything, and it's kind of they start to forget things, and when they forget things, they get to a stage where they just become an NPC. But as we know, they can't really be a fully NPC because basically it's player versus NPC.
Yep.
Yes, the politics of Log Horizon is fantastic because again the comparison is going to be Sword Art Online. You've got the people that seem to be the NPCs happen to be there to purely help and kind of interact on kind of a welcome to my shop. What would you like to buy? Kind of level.
They're a bit more interactive, aren't they?
Yeah, they're incredibly interactive in Log Horizon, and to the point where
I think Log Horizons kind of gave us the point where then technically they're not in a game.
No,
they are gods that have been
world.
transported into a world.
Yeah, that's it. They do describe later on, if I remember right, about that.
And he's talking to the wizard.
Yeah, that's why they can respawn and stuff. That's why the NPCs see. Basically, it's kind of like, I don't know, Superman. You got the NPCs would be like every normal person, and then the heroes in like Log Horizon are Superman.
Yeah, kind of.
Apart from that,
they can do these weird,
yeah.
like they say, oh, you could do all these weird skills and techniques and magic that we have never heard of.
Yeah, no,
and it's all because of blah blah blah. Spoiler.
and that creates the friction, and that kind of creates the dialogue.
Why is it? It's unfair that you can do this.
Yeah.
But then you get the one of the young kids that turns out to be an NPC who wants to be a hero.
Yeah.
And he actually managed to get some of the magic and stuff like that. He actually learns the moves.
Well, no, because magic. Some NPCs actually can use magic. It's a matter of since he is an NPC himself and he does die at one point. He gets saved by the main hero Shiro, and gives him a subclass to become a hero. So, in other words, whenever he dies now, he should respawn, and he's able to do a lot more than an average NPC can do.
Because it's say you like, I'm sure a few reviewers play MMOs.
Yeah.
Well, say you're going along and you gain a companion like you do in like Skyrim. You gain a companion that's completely NPC, but they're able to do their own stuff, do their own magic, do their own skills, and they live for that. Basically, that's what they've made him. He is now a subclass hero. And he's turned out to be one of my favourite characters. He is a badass. Because he's got proper fight in him. Like, I like the main character, but I don't like his class.
To be honest,
I don't like the fact that.
To be honest, I love the kids in it. Out of any of the main characters, any of the characters.
The kids are the best.
Yeah, the kids, because since they are low-level characters and everyone else is like pretty much maxed out, they're more level 90s or whatever it is. It's like, they don't have to do much. They're like already overpowered and stuff. They're getting used to the world, fighting and stuff like that.
So you get these little kids that are just like beginners, and apparently beginner means level 23.
Yeah. That's
So
damn high.
That's pretty high.
It is.
Tell you now, most MMOs I go on by 23 I quit. I'm like, I'm 23 now, I'm quitting. I'm bored.
Yeah, that's just like that's enough. Turn it off.
But the one thing I like about it is the players, also known as like the heroes, they remember all these little events that go on throughout the game when they're playing, because a lot of them isn't their first playthrough.
No.
They played it quite a few times before this happened, and when the goblin event happened, when all the
Yes.
goblins came
Oh, of
down,
course,
they
yeah.
all knew about
Yeah,
it, but the NPCs didn't even know it was going on.
They didn't know it existed.
They didn't know anything like that existed, and all these people are getting ready on the
Yeah.
beach, and then they got bombarded on the beach from
Yeah.
behind.
That's
No one knew that was coming. That's what surprised me. No one knew the beach attack was going to happen.
it's one of the best battles in the series.
It is.
One of my favourite scenes though is when they're all on the boat.
But it's a matter of what's the there.
It's all like epic, and he's standing at the front going.
It's a matter of
just like that.
Yeah.
It's a matter of the kids though. When you see them fighting, even though they're really low level compared to everyone else,
They're kicking ass.
they're kicking ass.
Yeah,
It's like a squad of like
still
what,
very
about
cool.
5 of them or something
Because
like
they have the basically lessons off the hardcore
Yeah.
PvPers and hardcore people. And to be fair, this is turning into a very very gaming ridden genre right now. So we're gonna mix it up a bit.
Yeah.
Mix it up.
They also
The animation of it, excellent. It's to the part. It's like the
it's
skills.
a lot of artwork. There's a lot of artwork in it, and it's amazing. It's like
It took the time.
it's like the city the start like where Shiro and everyone's starting
Oh,
off.
the decrepit city.
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called.
Akihabara.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. The city when you first see it, and how like, in the first few episodes you see all the characters, and they're treating like the slums. Like it's
Yeah,
They don't wanna
and
leave
part
and
of their kind of mission to gain the trust of the NPCs is just to kind of rebuild it.
no, it's before that.
Was
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
because before that, since the players were treating like slums, since they couldn't leave the game, they couldn't even remember how they got into the game. They literally woke up and they was there, and some people tried to kill themselves and whatever else to escape, but didn't work.
No.
But later on, Shiro and his friends, before he even made his guild, instantly went, boom, you know what, we're sorting this out, we're making everybody treat it like a city and do parts of it really.
Yeah.
Which they did, and
When they started building the guild house, I was like, oh, all these people coming to help. This is lovely.
their guild house though, there's a
Lovely.
fucking huge tree growing out of
It's
it.
fantastic. It's like I said, it's the
just-
slums, isn't it? It's an overgrown city. It's like kind of like if everybody in the world left now, and then came back in about 6 years, everywhere would be like that, and it'd be really nice. It'd be quite cool, but at the same time, you ain't gonna get on fish and chips anytime soon.
But
I like
It's
a matter of-
that
I'll
is so.
fish and chips
I've got to
shop,
say that is so English.
It's like I come back to a city after 6 years of like no one being there. I might expect a chippy to be open, you know.
Yeah, true.
It won't be that.
Okay.
Like moldy oil in the.
We're gonna say that has been our time, and we're gonna go down to the reviews now.
Yes.
So we're on to the weird eyes.
Weird eyes, weird eyes.
That's just gonna be a transition, so don't worry about that one.
Yeah.
So how many weird eyes do you give it?
3.
Probably
3 weird eyes. 3 weird eyes for Log Horizon.
bit much, but okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
3 weird eyes.
Why?
Because as it's very very okay. It's
Is that pretty much it? It's
yeah
just okay.
yeah it's just okay. I'm
It's
gonna
just
leave it
one of
there.
them you just watch, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just it's okay.
I guess you're gonna hate me. I also give it 3 weird eyes because it's just I like it, but again, it's just not. It's not. I'll watch it when I got time. I ain't gonna go out my way to go find it and
It's not
click on it every day.
it's not one of those things that you'll watch religiously week
No,
by week, is
no.
it? It's not.
It's just one of those things. It's good, but it's not great.
I like
There's bits that could be better.
I'm disappointed in you guys.
How many eyes do you get it?
I get three. No, I give it 3. That's a lie. I get 5 weird eyes for one reason. It was amazing. It was completely different. Instead of like Sword Art Online, which is like I don't know, action, then it moves into romance. You're like, no, yeah, romance is great, action's great, but this was more in depth. It was politics. It was something else. It was like the other side of being trapped in a game. Then you saw with Sword Art Online. It was totally different. It was like a side which you would never seen before.
So overall, We're the Mac Anime Reviews. Give it 4 weird
Four
eyes.
weird eyes.
And I think that is we're going to call it a day. I've been M,
I've been A.
I've been C.
and we'll see you later.
See you next
Sub
time.
us and like
Cheers
us.
again.
Thanks. I hope you enjoyed it all.